The Book of Spells. Once upon a time, in the middle of a forest around whose edges lay scattered some peasant cottages, an ogre lived. He was big, cruel, and heartless. But he liked his house to be tidy. Groth the ogre. The townsfolk rendered him a mythical being, a folklore. The funny thing about Groth was he was a lazy ogre, with a penchant for cleanliness. He liked his house clean, but didn't wish to get his hands dirty.
Blah, another day, and another bunch of cobwebs to clean, and dishes to do. That's it. I'm tired of yearning to be tidy. I'm often out hunting, fishing, causing havoc. I need somebody to look after the house, mop the floors, wash the plates, do the laundry every week. And I've been wearing the same pair of socks for 5 weeks straight. Disgusting.
And out he went, crouched down near one of the cottages belonging to a poor farmer. When he saw their children come out, he stretched out his big hand, grabbed them, kidnapping them away to his den.
Ow!
Let go of me, you filthy ogre!
Ella, don't say another word. Shh. I saw his eyes. He is mean. Let me see what he wants. Stay calm.
You two pipsqueaks will be my domestic helps. You will keep my house spick and span, and I will give you your food. But if you try running away, you will be the next dish.
Petrified, the two children agreed and were held captive in the ogre's house for a week. Then they noticed every evening the ogre pulled out a large book, which he would read carefully, and hide it back under the carpet by the fireplace.
So, this is what the ogre keeps reading. The Book of Spells.
Wow! I don't know what is more surprising, brother. That such a book exists, or that an ogre can actually read.
Elle, this is our ticket. This is how we chart our escape. Quick, put the book back in place. He's here.
Milo and Alara were intelligent children. They skimmed through the book whenever the ogre was away. And over time, they too learned the magical spells.
Elle, we got to make a run for it. I'm confident about a few spells, and enough is enough. It breaks my heart when I see you scrubbing those vessels by the kitchen sink.
Oh, but are you sure? Do you know how to cast spells?
I do. There's only one way to find out. Come on now, before the ogre gets back.
Wait! 1 second. Fur and Fang, swift and sly, become the... Oh, forget it. So, the siblings ran out of the house and into the forest. They were brave enough to even try, not knowing if they stood a fighting chance against the ogre. Suddenly, Alara said, Milo, I can hear someone running behind me. Oh no, the ogre is chasing us. The ogre was bubbling with rage and was determined to catch the children. And without doubt, with his long legs, he would soon catch up on them. As the ogre was a touching distance, Milo cast his first spell.
Crystal drops and sunlit gleam, flowering whispers, moonlit stream, one to stillness, one to dart. Pond and minnow share the heart.
He turned himself into a pond and his sister into a minnow. A moment later, the ogre rushed up, saw what had taken place, and growled.
If only I had a fishing line. Oh, you two pesky kids. Wait, I'll run and fetch one and teach you a lesson.
And he took off. The minute the ogre turned their backs on them, The two children turned back into their normal selves and started to flee once more. But soon, the ogre was on their heels, and he was just about to lay their hands on them again when the boy cast the second spell.
Stone and canvas, light and shade, one to shield, one serenade, whispered wish, and brushstrokes grace, tombs embrace, and angel's face.
He miraculously turned himself into a tomb and his sister into a painting of an angel on the wall. The ogre would have loved to kick the tomb to smithereens, but he would be committing a serious act of desecration. The painting of the angel was a quick little adjustment, which was a masterstroke. The ogre didn't care.
Oh, you two. Now you are getting onto my nerves. I will show you my wrath. You think you can use my own spells against me? That angel painting was a smart move. But guess what? An accidental fire can crumble any wall. You aren't going anywhere. Let me go get some firewood and burn this stone.
The ogre ran back to fetch a bundle of wood and some gasoline.
Is he gone? Elle, has the ogre left? I can't see.
Yes! He just left to get a matchbox and some gasoline. Milo, that was close. We almost got snatched away again.
I know. He missed by a whisker.
The spell casting took a toll on Milo, and the transformation was exhausting to both the children. It took a great deal of stamina to change form and shape like that. The children were off again. They ran and they ran till they could not feel their legs. Their breath was labored and they were fatigued.
Come on, Elara. Get up. We're almost home.
Milo, I cannot walk another mile. Forget about running. I'm done. We are about to be ogre dinner. I'm so tired.
Look, Elara. Look at the sky. You see that smoke? It is billowing from a chimney. You know what that means. We're near civilization. Get up, my little sis. I won't let you give up.
One moment. Phew. Please, let me gather my strength.
You better hurry up, Elle. Okay, 1 minute.
As Milo walked up a little further toward the direction where the smoke originated from, Elara felt her pocket, and she took out the page she had torn off the book of spells. The page of paper was all damp and clumpy. She could barely read it. Fur and fang, swift and sly, become the cunning mind bushy tail, become the eye. I can't even make out what it says. Okay, Milo, you are right. Let's scamper before the ogre finds us again. Milo turned around to his sister. He was appalled beyond explanation. The mighty ogre had sneaked up on them and was waiting with handcuffs and a large net.
Elara, look behind you.
Elara looked up and saw the ogre with a wry smile. There was nowhere to run. Game over. Groth the ogre threw his net on her. And on the brink of her getting caught in it, Milo came to her rescue with a third spell.
Golden husk and sunlit gleam, whisper small, become unseen, one amongst 1,000-fold, lost in harvest, story untold.
The boy worked a fourth spell and turned himself and his sister into grains of corn. They mingled with thousands and thousands of corn kernels on the threshing floor.
This is insulting. And you just made this worse for yourself. You think you are cunning? You are going to beat me at my own game? You two are finished.
The siblings dented the ogre's ego by elusively disappearing in front of his eyes. He too then pulled out a spell.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, feathers ablaze. Wake the dawn in rustic haze. Spur and wing with watchful eye. Become the rooster, touch the sky.
And with that, the ogre transformed into a rooster. and quickly started pecking all the corn kernels. What an awful danger indeed.
Laura, he's coming this way.
Yeah, I see him, Milo. And I'm here with you. In fact, I will get pecked first.
Your sense of humor is intact, but I'm afraid this is it. I'm out of moves. I'm sorry.
Shh, Milo, let me think. Quick, help me solve this riddle.
It's time for goodbye.
Fur and Fang, Swift and Sly. What is Swift and Sly?
I don't know, okay?
As the ogre, who shapeshifted into a rooster, came dangerously close to peck Milo up, in the nick of time, Alara exclaimed,
Fur and Fang, Swift and Sly. Behold the fox beneath the sky.
Cunning mind and brushy tail, become the fox without fail. A mere second before being pecked, Alara magically rose from the acre of corn kernels as a red fox, quite majestically, and jumped at the rooster and tussled him to the ground. Then she cornered the rooster inside a metal cage and trapped the ogre in his rooster avatar forever.
Ha ha. Hey, Milo, you know what'd be funny? If I show up at our parents' store as a talking fox, they would flip out. Wouldn't they now?
Laura, you genius. You just saved us both. No more green ogre stew for us.
How do you even reverse these spells? You never told me.
It's a fairly simple one. Here goes. From beast to skin, from feather to bone, my true form, claim back my own.
Alara shapeshifted back to being herself, and Milo too came back to his original form. With the ogre gone now, both the siblings were now safe and sound.
Elle, I think we should head back and get that book of spell in possession. We will make sure nobody ever gets kidnapped again, and I vouch to protect the cottage folk, but I can't do it alone.
Milo, I'm starving. Can we just go home first? And of course, we always have each other's back. What else are siblings for? Milo and Alara were true to their word. They went back home first, met their parents, and indeed, walked all the way back to the ogre house to get the book of spells back. Hey Milo, you know, I've been thinking, one shouldn't speak negatively about others, even jokingly, because words are energy and cast spells. That's why it's called spelling.
Wow, Elle, you should write a book someday.
And the siblings looked at each other with a convivial smile and lived happily ever after.